Заберемо тут нагороду. Угу. Які задання дають? О. Нет, не то немножечко, ну ладно. Стоп. Участники прежних состязаниях. Блин, ну я уже встречу прохожу просто. Ладно, давайте я сейчас по-быстрому эту встречу пройду. А, да блин, это ж нужно было что-то там посчитать. Стоп, я так и не поняла. Він нам дав документы, и мы должны их просчитать, да?
Ryuji's conviction really was signed by Kujo-Sara.
Такс. Угу.
So she...
Ой, не то немножко. Угу.
The key to proving that Shiroyama was the murderer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you find? Really?
Mm-hmm.
You found the criminal's motive and means that quickly? Huh. What clue reveals the criminal's motive?
Так, стоп. Какая улика говорит о мотиве преступника?
Just Shiroyama's testament? Though it does have the confession, we need evidence to prove what he said is... Although the conviction states that Shiroyama grew to resent to Katsukasa Is... Sure. Let me know once you've...
Плохо, плохо. Значит, нам надо бы...
Tsukasa Isamu seems like a thoughtful person, but... Come to think of it... Yikes!
So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion? Really? You found the criminal? What clue reveals the criminal? Excellent work. According to the victim's message, the two had deep conflicts. It is true that Isamu used Shiroyama's family to blackmail him.
But wasn't Katsukasa Isamu good to Shirayama? But maybe he didn't really...
Is that what you think, Paimon? Well, we later found out that But if you consider the circumstances, what he sent wasn't important. What was important, Isamu was essentially implying, I can put anything in your wife's supplements at any time. If you really care about her...
So scary!
You don't really catch criminals by standing in... Basically, these two clues work to verify... Next, which clue confirms the criminal's means? So... This blank research log? Bingo! The autopsy report confirms that the cause of death was a special toxin. The testament indicates that Shiroyama used his position as a forensic expert. But is that really the truth? Is it not possible? Well, according to the toxicology report, this white powder only dissolves in water. Neither rice nor the fish liver paste could be used. Putting the poison elsewhere would not only fail to guarantee a lethal dose, but would also increase the chance of it being noticed by the deceased.
Add that to the motive for the crime and...
Yep, pretty clear cut, wouldn't you say? Look, I really don't know what Sango is so suspicious.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut. Huh.
Oh? Well, what's bugging you?
Tax.
Very nice. Top marks for attention to detail. So, why would Madame Kujo-Sara sign one conviction sentence? You may have heard some rumors back at the station that when this case first came up, the Kujo clan higher-ups were in dire need of a scapegoat to keep the Takatsu. In less than a week, the conviction... But anyone who buys this story clearly doesn't know that much about Madame Kujo-Sara. She's the So, how would she respond to a case filled with unanswered questions?
Oh!
Exactly. Before she signed it, she changed Ryuji's conviction from the death sentence. Ryuji escaped a disastrous fate without ever realizing it. Had Madame Kujo-Sara not...
Why was Sara so...
That's the wrong question. This wasn't about Ryuji, but Madame Kujo, given the enormous pressure she was under at the time,
Pressure?
The pressure came from all sides. The deceased was the leader of the police station and the rising star. How this became reduced to the unimaginative rumor that Madame...
Rumors here...
Fortunately, Madame Kujo-Sara works in an open and transparent manner. Just because she has never publicly clarified the truth doesn't mean she was hiding anything. So when I asked her about it, saying it was relevant to it... Believe me, in this case, more than any other, I have checked every last detail. This also puzzles me. Maybe someone doesn't want us being privy to the but regardless, this isn't essential to the case. Like I said before, the crucial elements are Shiroyama's motive and mean. Maybe the report was wrong. The International Trade Association is a gathering place for merchants from all over. Countless merchants pass through the port of Well, I've answered all your lingering questions, and you've checked all the material.
Still feels like...
I don't follow. Enlighten me. You tell me. Why do... So we're finally here, huh? I was starting to think our investigation was about to end a little early. That would have been a real shame. And alive, you finally saw through my little game. You're absolutely right. There is other information that the police station doesn't have. Reason being? It's my own evidence. And this evidence should help answer
Простите, еще раз простите за такое невежество до вас. Типа, як що перебивають всегда нас з вами, как бы, ну, как бачите.
Don't you have secrets too?
Просто жить одной реально, типа, было бы легче, но я живу не одна. Поэтому вот такая вот фигня постоянно происходит, так что простите, если вы почуете где-то на микрофоне, типа, чужие голоса, типа, як, так что простите уж.
Let's talk somewhere else.
Угу. Вот сюда, ага. Так, и тут миссии нету той. Угу.
This is a quiet spot. All right. Here's the secret I've been keeping all along.
Great!
It's not like you think. Look, just read it over for...
Угу. Не, чувак, блин. Угу.
Finished? Do you see the method used by the perpetrator to commit his crime? Oh, wait, what? That's correct. The white powder was Shiroyama's As a forensic doctor, he provided a special cold medicine for Takatsukasa Isamu. Then, he tricked Ryuji into sending fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu. When the two substances were taken, this is the real modus operandi.
Oh, that's awful! What?
True, both are harmless on their own, but when it was not him who wanted to hide it, but the person pulling the strings behind him.
Huh.
Aren't you curious where I found these pages from the... It was in Kujo... After I found the missing pages, I did some digging. The Kujo clan secretly provide... Of course, I had only learned all of this. To avoid coming under suspicion, I found a huge stash of fish liver paste. I had to concede that this really was. But then, underneath the floor tiles, where the fish liver paste was stacked...
So it was him who wanted to frame Ryuji all along.
Let's review the whole case from the top. First, Takatsukasa Isamu, for whatever reason, noticed Shiroyama's talent as a forensic doctor. And Takatsukasa Isamu wasn't about to take no for an answer, and that's where things took a dark turn. When Takayuki learned what was happening, he instructed Shiroyama to pretend to cooperate with Takatsukasa Isamu, then kill the latter with the white powder. Meanwhile, Ryuji's only role in this case was to deliver the fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu. After the incident, Kujo Takayuki hoped to make Ryuji the fall guy. In the meantime, Sango had begun her own investigation. Kujo Takayuki grew nervous that the truth would get out, so he threw Shiroyama to the wolves, hounding him to death and erasing all... And yet, he wanted to keep this secret formula, so he...
This Kujo Takayuki is an evil lunatic! We've gotta report this.
That would be practically impossible. One research log found in... Besides, Ryuji directly contributed to Takatsukasa Isamu's death by delivering the fish...
But he's still innocent, right? Isn't it just...
Legally speaking, the judge would most likely rule that it was accidental. But in practice...
So basically, you've been hiding...
Mental trauma doesn't heal as easily as physical wounds. He's like an innocent child. He freely gives his trust. I'm pretty sure that to this day, he has never paused to wonder or why I left the detective agency. If he found out the facts about Takatsukasa Isamu, I'm afraid it would crush him. Well, to prevent Ryuji from getting hurt, I covered up the truth. Did I do the right thing? I couldn't turn... Even if I tried to discuss it with them, they'd just say, "Don't be ridiculous, but you're different. Unlike them, you don't have that kind of prejudice towards me. You've traveled far and wide and have had all... Most importantly, my intuition tells me that... So, I'd like you to be the one to decide whether... Oh, you don't need to tell me what you decide, and you certainly don't need to decide right... All right, let's head back to the detective agency. You can mull it over on the way.
Hey, traveler. Hey, Detective Hazo. You're back already, huh?
We'd love to.
Не, я тут не буду рассказывать ему все-таки.
Won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides, if Sango's not happy with the results, we might not have...
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the traveler's conclusion.
Okay then.
Don't worry. Just tell us your findings. Everyone trusts you.
Все-таки рассказывать.
But how? How could this be?
Huh.
Ryuji, I know it's...
Wait a minute. Sorry, I have quite the stomach ache.
Sure, of course.
Oh, Paimon hopes we...
I didn't expect things to turn out.
Just give him some time to himself.
I'm still a little worried, though.
Then we'll go to him. Don't you worry about that, Sango.
Ну что тут у нас? Торжество разума. Но это мы сделаем. Так, значит, тут нам предлагают... Ага, точно, почта. С 8 до 12. Ага.
Paimon just heard that the
You're here. Don't worry. I guess he can handle a lot more than I had thought. I was honestly worried, but as of today, it seems he went over to Natsuke Nogen Crafts to buy some.
Let's go find him then.
Before you go, Hazo,
Oh, really? Alright. Time to find Ryuji.
Ладно, пошлите, сейчас проведаем его и пойдем. Туда нам топать надо. Так, идем-ка. Так, ага, сюда нам надо.
Look,
О.
here's Ryuji with a little kid too. Uncle Ryuji, was my daddy handsome? I've never seen what he looked like.
Of course. Takatsukasa
But you look so old.
Well, I'm still your brother.
Huh?
Because he treated me...
Huh?
We're friends with your big brother Ryuji.
Oh, really? Yay! I've met loads of my daddy's friends.
Sure. Why, I know enough stories about your old man that if I started talking now, you'd be all grown up before I finished them.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I don't want to grow up too soon. Yep, I'm gonna wait until I'm 300 years old.
Так, а ну-ка. Угу. А, это то, что 50-й левел дерева надо, чтобы был. Предлагаю. Угу. Ладно, потом еще выполняем задание. Предлагаю. Да, правильно, вони подумали, що я предлагаю. По мені треба этот, как бы там у мене по суті один уровень можно как-то сделать. Ну просто я думала, конечно, и второй, чтобы был у мене, но это немножко сложновато буде тут. Сколько в мене тут этих печатей? Бо я на Бодацумі ж бачила оці сундуки, так що, в принципі, можна сейчас пойти буде, если что, до сундуков. Ага, 43. Ну, если я там 2 получу и 1, это еще 3, 46. Ну, короче, мутузиться с этим всем. Так уж и быть. Лучше я тут пока вместе схожу, получу якусь нагороду, хотя бы одну. Угу. Ага, і 2 крутки. І потім уровень електроганума повищен до 7. Угу. А що буде на уровні 7? Угу. А почему сразу 18 стало? В смысле, было ж 43. А, стоп. Так, 43. Стоп. Это надо 7 штук, чтобы собрать. 2 и 5. А, нет, и все верно, да. Ну, пошлите тогда на эту миссию нашу, яку мы так ждали. Такс. Так, я так и не поняла, но ладно. Угу. Так, сейчас, а ну-ка, что тут у нас вообще требуют? Ага, и... типа что, открылось вот это? Ага. $60 дадут.
you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of the mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation...
What? Why would someone want to...
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we're diverting manpower as we speak to...
Sure, let's go get...
А, я ж там хотіла місію оту пройти. Угу. Я хотіла там місію оцю ж пройти сейчас. А ну-ка. Угу. Угу. Угу, угу. Такс. А, вот это. Угу. Так, ну. И это все? Да, и это все. Так, ждем, потому что я эту миссию ждала все-таки вчера весь день, и сегодня мы наконец-то пройдем. Конечно, будет грустно, просто многие проходят, я так понимаю, не так сразу эти все миссии. Вот в чем весь прикол. А я-то сразу, понимаете? Но я так захотела. А тут сундука нигде нету поблизости. Стоп, цветок. Там есть вроде бы сундук, но там... А нет, там уже его нету, там уж его победила, а то... И там сидить отцы... Это отцы место. Все, я поняла, не трогаем. Ну, як нам и кажут, ну, точнее, мне так посильно казали, типа, не проходил быстро все сюжетки. Лучше всего насладиться второстепенными задачами, поднять опыт, поднять силу, типа, как найти оці всякие артефакты, вони мало чим помагають, вот реально. Ну, по большей части, вони то помагають тільки підсилити ваші оці атаки. Стоп, а там что еще осталось? Не поняла. А что еще не прошло? От то, что среди песков, в момент сопряжения. Я не могу понять. От то, что я бачила. Так, ладно. Ага. Вот там дверь я просто вижу, вот поэтому я вот и думаю, что там такое. Так, тут или щепохи гуляют, но в них нету осого сундука. Ну, нету сундука, значит, вони нам тут не нужны. Куда там надо тепешнуться нам? Ага, туда ж. Mm-hmm.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Thanks.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit?
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't?
With who?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that...
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're...
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree... As if that's not bad enough already. He went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all... That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's... Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere? Watch... So... I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly... No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a mad diadem of knowledge. You mean that thing? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we... Also... Before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that something was already seriously wrong with him by that point.
What do you mean, something wrong with
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out when he finally did return. He was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly, and I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eye.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah! Al-Haytham's notes do...
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with...
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back...
Так, тут показываю мені где-то сидить оцей дендрокул. Стоп. Я не вижу. А вы видите? Я вообще не понимаю. Ну, типа, мне показывает, что вот так вот, если пройтись далее. Вот, она тут, по идее, должна быть. И она не наверху, потому что мы тоді увидели ее. Максимум, где вона може тут зараз бути, це под. Скоріше за все. Угу. Да, он, да.
You're in for a little shock.
You can't run! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Come a little closer. You're
Да
in for a
блин,
little
а почему
shock.
я не
Come
могу
a little closer.
переключиться?
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Ладно, не будем тратить время на этих. Давайте лучше переместимся. Ну, 2 крутки я то и так получу, там треба 7 этих найти печати, это легко и удобно, если знать просто где их искать, там максимум.
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kill... But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the diadem of...
The diadem? The diadem of knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now? Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in the 3rd round. Contestants have to go into Mount Deima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make... I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately.
Alright, let's go! That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
И как вони предлагают мне... Ну ладно, я думаю, тут можно как-то. А там вроде бы куча цих штук, что летать можно по ним, так что тут переживать нечего. Головне, чтобы вони були в том месте, где у нас диадема. А, так это вот это место, где эти грибы. Я думала, что это вот то место, где деревья большие. он, да. Це максимум, я так поняла, если прыгнуть на вот его наэлектризировать. А нет, онде, вот эта штука. Блин. И мы сюда уже не залезем, так ведь? А не залезем. Но все равно далеко. Точнее, не высоко. Мы, так сказать, подпрыгнули. И там сундук я вижу.
This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned.
Мы тут не выберемся ж никак. По сути, так что нам надо будет пешнуться вот сюда. И простите. Угу. Так, где там воно? Ага. Надо будет запомнить это место. Сейчас. Где-то вот здесь оно было у нас. Надо бы запомнить, что там у нас оцей бедроку. Там кто, Лейла или кто там бежит? А, нет, там стол как раз таки. Блин. Надо было не відпускать. Ага.
But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray.
Horizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kave bringing up the rear.
Боже, яка тут битва за эту корону, ух ты ж её. Вот это, конечно, битва. О. О.
It's Kave's toolbox. Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
Так, а
What just
ну-ка,
happened to
ну-ка.
me? Something's wrong.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. We meet for the first time. You have all performed outstandingly in this International Championship, but if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious.
Me?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to 28 years ago. I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. Conflict over water sources. Robbing of merchant caravans. The things I witnessed there tormented me.
So, did you...
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana. I researched history and anthropology. Performed, but in the end, I found it was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one part. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of...
As I thought. The contract you signed with the academia was an... But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I have performed a great many experiments concerning... The academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so...
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a...
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world?
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand whether my successor suffers. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the... And this, Kaveh, my dear...
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you...
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them. Are you all right? I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the... According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights for the avoidance of doubt. Can you confirm that it is your intent?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to... But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have... We won't be the last. There will be more championships. Sachin's words can only cause pain. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine, it's the least I can do. And...
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. Nevertheless, Your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh.
What? Please. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need... Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
О, тут оцей монстрик. Ну, я не знаю, одолею я их, тем более их тут двое аж. Так что, не буду рисковать. Где тут оце задание?
Thank you all for your excellent performance. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as... However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate, and...
Sachin's estate is getting
so much more.
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their life. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words?
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even as for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people... Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So...
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any...
All right, I'll take the card.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's...
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving...
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but...
I suppose... Oh, wait.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you...
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just...
Whoa! Whoa! This is a super big...
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition...
But it's a limited edition.
What else would I do with it?
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to...
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has...
All right. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from... How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely the...
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be?
1 million more at the very least.
Huh? How much?
A million more?
If you feel that's too low,
1 million more for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these,
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely...
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be but really, it's fine.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month.
Well, this is what they call all's well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing.
Mhm. Так, это внизу у нас. Ага.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Really? Well, then, sure.
Farazan, Nilu, even Dia and Candace are here. What are you?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling. Madame Farazan here is pretty friendly. When she heard...
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and...
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style?
Don't worry. This style is a timeless class...
no thanks.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's...
Sure.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has...
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Hmm?
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition.
Of course I do. And...
That's great! We can't wait. What's...
I'm from Haravatat.
Uh-huh. But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know...
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-darshan lessons might be...
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but...
Traveler, Paimon.
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the... Oh, by the way, have any of you seen...
I don't know where Hakai went. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
Mhm. Mhm. Получается, нам надо опытать мистера Шляпку, так сказать, и отцу Лайлу. Ну, она почти победила, учтите, она почти. Якби она смогла добежать и не и, типа, и чтобы ей никто не, типа, не мешал, то было бы зашибись, так сказать.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, and I heard that you actually found the diadem first.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is we haven't seen Hat Guy.
То есть мы, так сказать, так, дальше. Угу. Ну, давайте пройдемся тут пешочком. Угу. Угу. Вот так вот. Угу. Угу.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this?
Don't worry. I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone?
Farzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did.
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat... that guy. What the heck? Well, whatever.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time...
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotion. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly. Like he was trying to brainwash me. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to...
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Mantra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing.
Thank you, oh my god. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete with...
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here.
He's here? Where?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
И опять то же самое.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally...
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating.
All right, enough about all hate them. Tainar.
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe...
About what? I don't know the first thing about any...
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture. Or ask every...
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, has everyone had enough to eat?
I'm full. But I'm super full, too.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other...
There are other good places around here, too? Oh,
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Так.
Well, it looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials in... It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stuff. Holy smokes, you're right. He said he spent all the time researching in the desert, didn't he? All right then, let's head off to...
Так, это долгая миссия будет, ну нормально, так сказать. Так, что там у нас? Инадзума, Лиюе. Ага, награды за экспедиции, заготовка ингредиентов. Ага, все. Я потом отправлюсь в Лиюе и в Инадзуму забрать награды за вот это вот, так сказать. Ну, по сути, если неделя прошла, то мне должно быть доступно новые эти задания. Теперь, поэтому я в сумеру буду их выконывать. Вот реально в сумеру. Я виконаю задания, просьбы жителей. Потому что нам так надо. Я хочу получить этот чертеж этих дендроколов, потому что я не всех их нашла, и их навпаки, их еще больше. То есть, если, ну, типа, я так подсчитала, в Лиюе было их там 131, учтите. Так что один якийсь лишний, а значит, его нужно нам найти. И мы вроде бы нашли во всех местах, кроме той горы. Поэтому нам нужно посмотреть внимательно по поводу этих гор. О, а вот и Аль-Хатайма.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what?
Sachin's notes? I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough...
Wait! Are you alright? How do you...
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity, and only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak. The present empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was what he laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results.
So, people are bad?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against not by their own choice. The idealist seeks to bring happiness to all, while I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even such, but sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporter. Alright then. I got what I came for.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together,
Get-together? Ah, yeah.
Guess what? Kaveh!
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions. What do you think that'll be?
А, Нахида и этот...
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and wait! So you asked him to take part in the chip? Yes, it was me. Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life these are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away. So instead, I had
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to him...
And after all that, the person Sachin chose...
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to...
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help.
Maida, what did you mean by Sachin's reason? Put it this way instead. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroomboar's back. Others see only the shroomboar's body. And they declare that the shroom... Still others look deeper inside. These conclusions are all correct in their own way. Paimon kinda gets it. The world is the same way. No one, not even I, within the confines of our limits. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now. Ultimately, my duty as the god of wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas but even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend...
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait. I don't remember signing up to become a scholar.
Oh boy, here. You think so? Well, to that, I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm
Вот так вот все закончилось. А, теперь что? Ага. Это просто миссии уже типа як после. Ага. Угу. Ну, на Ватацуме там реально много сундуков, яких можно найти, и все нормально будет, поэтому я собираюсь на Ватацуме еще пошукать. И в скором времени уже на остров Трухой перейти, так сказать, тоже. Я хочу просто пошастатись по территориям, пока нету вот этих заданий именно. Или під час заданий буду искать параллельно сундуки.
The Academia had just received Sachin's estate. To celebrate the huge investment, I was very young then. And I remember seeing posters for the Interdarshan Championship all over the city. So he said, why don't I win it? So I can let you play with it for a few days. That made me very happy, and I nodded enthusiastically. Later, he left home, saying that he wanted to do... For many years, I couldn't face up to it at all. If I just...
Wait, so the person we came across in our investigation?
Is that why Sachin thought my father was always too kind for his own good? Sachin's research would have saddened him greatly. I've tried telling myself so many times over the years that maybe his sudden depression wasn't because he didn't win the competition. Don't worry. I...
Чудово. Так, теперь-то все, да. И оказалось, что мы отправимся в Инадзуму на Ватацуме. Угу. Надо вспомнить, где я бачила эти сундуки. Ладно, давайте отправимся, там уже будем шукать потихоньку, так сказать, оце все. Точнее, я предлагаю переміститися вот сюда. Бо я там бачила сундук, но там було електро, типа як два цих врага. И мы заберем сундучок, возможно, еще потом сундук, потом еще сундук, но нам нужен богатый и роскошный, по возможности, або драгоценный хотя бы. Так, а тут же нам задания еще даватимут, точно. Я про них и забулась. Так, тоді смотрим. Висматрюємо цей сундук, потому что я пам'ятаю, что він где-то був. А, вот там я вижу сундук какой-то. Угу. Так, у нас же Лиза погибла. Блин, надо было тоді от это до статуи переместиться какой-то, чтобы ее воскресило. Ну, так уж и быть, ладно. И надо дать щось, чтобы кожні 30 секунд. Вон где сундук, то, что я ей казала. Там тоже у нас есть что-то такое, но то потом уже разберемся. Так. Все, сундук открытый. Это обычный сундук, ладно. Но хотя бы одна печать есть. Уже 6 осталось найти. И вот что меня поражает. Это оцей купол, як его убрать. И что там такое красное? Я поняла. Стоп, тут у нас за куполом эта штука. Что там? Блін, він туди ж пішов. Давай, іди. Та блін. Блін. Зараз ми ще й потонемо. Заебись буде. Там, блин. Сейчас. Там, блин. Так. Ага, все, одолели. А что тут у нас вообще? Поклоняемся. Такс. Нет, тоже не работает такое. Сундук. Где сундук? Там сундук у нас открытый. Но там надо одолеть от их. Я поняла.
Come a little.
You can't run. Judgment. Punishment. Scatter. You can't run.
There are a few interesting treats.
Come a little closer.
Get them!
You're in for a little shock.
Judgment! Into the fire!
Так, все, мы забрали отсюда. Оце все. У нас уже 3 печати, как-никак. А вот по поводу той статуэтки, что я вижу. Там, я так понимаю, нужна фея. Или то не статуэтка. Ну-ка. А, нет, ошибочка, не статуэтка. Где же я видела там сундук наверху был? А ну-ка. Сейчас мы переместимся. Или нет, сначала давайте сюда, чтобы не тратить сейчас для хпшки оце все. Где тут она? Ага. А, мы все уже тут. Идите, пешнемся теперь сюда. Ну, так буде удобней просто. Теперь смотрим отсюда. Где же я бачила сундук? Где-то на той стороне. Не. Где-то вот на той стороне. Где-то я бачила такое, что красным таким еще позначалось. В смысле, не видно уже. В смысле? А, я вижу, там еще сундук есть. Погнали туда. Мы уже нашли 3 печати, получается, по сути. Так, сейчас будет 4-я печать. И потом он еще одна.
Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Get them!
You're in for a little shock.
You can't run!
Вот и все. Сундук обычный есть. Потом там еще сундук один. И вот там сундук. Это еще как минимум 3 сундука. Зашибись. А, там вот этот дендрокул еще есть. Ага, все я... Ой, який дендро. Електрокул. Все я зрозуміла. Так.
Urine. Come a little closer. Urine.
Judgment! Scatter!
Чудово.
That felt pretty good.
Чудово. Печать еще одна есть. Так, и все, наверное, можно на этом и заканчивать все. Ну, точнее, как заканчивать, я имею в виду не то немножечко, ну ладно. Так, где там у нас? Я бачу, что там... Ага, там фею надо уже принести, так ведь? Где дана фея? Потому что я так понял, что цей купол пропаде, если фею сюди нам... не показывает на ту сторону. Ну, я думаю, что если мы сейчас дендро, вот этот ранум поднимем... Ага, вот сундук.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Let's get down to business.
Такс.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Spring force!
Так. Все, сундук у нас. Ага. Так, тут у нас тоже, типа, я вижу, типа, чтобы поклониться. Так, стоп, а где оцей бар'єр? А, ось він.
You're in for a little shock.
А, і там усипальниця, надо буде запам'ятати.
Come a little closer. You're in. Come a little closer. You're in for a little judgment. Come a little
Так, а у мене ключа нету для усипальниці, так ведь? Ні, ключа нету. О, уже 24 у мене, отлично. Надо ще один сундук. Нужен ще один сундук. Так, где я тут бачила сундуки или хоть у кого-то сундук? Ага. О, а вот и фея. Ух ты. Як варіант, вона ж мене теж до сундука може привести.
Come a little.
Shiver! Boba, get them!
Come a little closer.
Так, где там оцей электрогану? Ой, электромокул, который я увидела. Ага, він там аж. Это він под вот этой штукой, все. Так, где эта фея уже? Куди вона ділась? А где фея? Я не вижу фею, зашибись. Я отвлеклась, я теперь не знаю, куда она полетела, в какую сторону. Зашибись. Ну, це теперь, если повезе, если она вернется сюда обратно, чтобы я за нее пішла, так? А так не факт, що так і буде. Где ж эта фея? Так, и тут ее нету. Может, на дерево якесь тут залетело. Ладно, погнали тоді одолевать этого чувака, что я там вижу стоїть. По у нього сундук. А потом подумаем, як тут электроганом, ой, электроколодцы спіймать. О, тут еще один показує мені.
Try not to enjoy this.
Scatter! You can't run! Terminate!
You're in for a little shock.
Вот и все.
No pain, no gain.
И как мне це залізти и подобрать? Нет, тут мы не так залезем. Может, с другой стороны как-то получится. Нет, не получится. Возможно, тут как-то сработает у нас вот это электрораном, вот это, ну-ка. О, а вот так должна, а он да фея, я вижу фею. Фея там была где-то у нас. Да, он где у нас стоит.
Come a little close.
Punishment! Judgment! Luba, get them!
You're in for a little shock.
Finally,
Все. Так, куди вона нас приведе? Куда? А теперь куда? В смысле? В смысле? Там просто нету никакого поста, типа... А он да ее вот эта штука. Нам потом нужно будет тпшнуться до статуи какой-то, чтобы отличить, короче, от их персонажей. Так, а ну-ка. Ну, если хоть и обычный, то хоть щось, як кажуть. Так, 2 крутки получили, 200 опыта получили. Скільки там у мене того опыта? Ага. Ну, маловато как-то. Надо будет стараться и дальше, типа, це все проходить. Так, надо подумать по поводу цього всего. Як мы будем сейчас тут проходить миссии. Потому что у нас миссия как бы... Так, сейчас, one second. Нам треба обратно на Ватацумі, на оту місію, що нам там показували. Угу. Ну, мені такі місії більше подобається проходити. Бо тут їх 2 було, наскільки я пам'ятаю. Типа, нужно где-то тут еще одну нужно будет найти. Так, это не это? А, он без стоит. Угу. Такс. Что один их предвестник погиб, а другой пропал без вести? В смысле? Ага. Угу. 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 Ага. Так, ага, он де самурай. Угу.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Propagate! Judgment!
Battle formation!
Surrendering lights out.
Nice and spicy!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
I'm lost. Teach me a lesson.
You're... My. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
I need to train harder.
А, та це що ми тут і були. Ага. То есть мне предлагают по другому пути пойти, ладно. Так. А что тут?
Nice and spicy. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Чудово.
Nice and spicy. Race you.
А, вона показує нам этот,
Now I got stomach cramps.
что вообще изначально, блин.
Boba, get them. Nice and spicy.
подземелье типа открывается новое. Чудово, чудово. Если дают ключ усыпальницы, ага, не дают, я поняла. 5 печатей, ну нормально. Так что сойдет, как бы. Ага, и тут где-то у нас, ага, вот, да.
You're in for a little shock.
Judgment! Nice and spicy! Punishment! Germinate!
I've lost.
You're in for a little shock.
This is it. Pay your dues.
Let's spark things up a little.
You can't run!
Come a little closer. You're in for...
Judgment! Propagate! Spring forth!
Так, сейчас. По-быстрому надо сейчас подкрепить.
Thanks. Come a little closer.
You can't run!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Propagate! Judgment!
Thanks.
Pay your dues.
Yeah! Punishment! Booba, get them! Scatter! You can't run!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Judgment! Propagate!
Surrender and allegiance.
Nice and spicy!
Сейчас. Ладно, давайте.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Stay right there.
Thanks. Да, блин.
You can't run! Scatter! Shimmer! Yeah! Nice and spicy! Judgment!
Thanks.
You can't run!
You're in for a little...
Flow through me! Judgment! I'm the front here! You're toast! Germinate! You can't run!
Lights out.
Booba, get them!
You're in for a little shock.
Thanks.
Mirror image. I'm the right here! Keep giving this body.
Ну вот и все, вроде бы як. Ну, вроде бы все. Ладно, пожалуй, на этом я буду заканчивать, потому что уже времечко, тем более я играю уже как минимум, ну, 2 часа точно, даже больше 2. Так что до скорой встречи, а также подпишись на мой канал и поставь мне лайк, и мы увидимся уже в наступный раз, тобто завтра или же даже, возможно, и сегодня вечером. А по поводу Ассасина Крида Валхаллы я еще буду думать, возможно, я поиграю там, типа, завтра, возможно, потому что сегодня, ну, не факт. Но я постараюсь. Так что всем удачки и пока-пока. Покедава, так сказать.